Hi folks, I basically just want to give you a taster, or a teaser if you like, with regards to the Markbook and what we've done, because I know that the curriculum marks being compulsory for SAMs, well, for the next admission, which is coming up, so that you can have peace of mind to know where we're going and see and see how we can actually do this. And I can tell you now that we've broken the back of the really difficult stuff, and I think you'll see what I mean now. Carl has done some nothing short of breathtaking work here. So this is the Markbook here. You've seen this before, the way we presented, but we've actually had to go back to the drawing board with regards to a lot of these things. And so just to give you a teaser here, so you would choose a teacher, it'll pick up what classes they do. Let's say English home language grade 9 and term 1, you load the learners. Now this happens when you click display mark sheet, and it actually picks up from SAMS, from the actual breakdowns that they have for marks. It actually picks up the profiles that exist within SAMS and builds this mark sheet in front of you. So we've hooked into their profiles table so that you can choose any language. Okay, you can choose another teacher here. Sorry, not any language, any subject. You can choose any language here, at least subject here. Pick up that class, term 1, load learners, and then you say display mark sheet, and it'll build that profile for that subject. Now, I can show you how we can actually capture marks in here. Let's go back to service. So we could then actually execute mark entry. So it's putting some dummy marks here. Alright, so these green areas are tasks, and the yellow areas are the activities within the task. And in this case, obviously the tasks will be added up in a combination of the activities. The activities will be added up to equal the tasks, so you just capture the activities. And I'll show you just now when you get a subject that doesn't have an activity as a task, it allows you to capture in straight into the task. So you capture in activities, and you hit refresh, and it will calculate your task marks. Now, Carl and I have to there's lots of little things we still have to do. As I say, we've broken the back of it, but there's still a lot to be done. But I think that what's happening here is this is incredible. I mean, you can see how it builds, and it says this is included in the SBA to the end of the year. So it's keeping track of absolutely everything. You hit save, capture marks, and I'm going to save those. And you'll see that if I was to actually go to the table itself, and this is a table, as I say, that comes straight from SAMS. It's a direct clone. You can actually see we've been experimenting capturing marks. You can see these marks coming through. These marks will be uploaded from this file, this table, as I say, which is a direct clone of SAMS, and in fact is originally populated from SAMS when the Markbook is set up automatically. So if SAMS is patched, so this table will be patched with the new fields, so that when data is transferred back to the table, the fields will always match. And as I say, you can see these marks going through, and then it's a case of doing what we do, matching up the IDs, etc., and it'll put the data into the SAMS table, which, as you can see, and as we have been doing, can be linked directly to FrontOFFICE. So the data is also viewable there if you want to load it onto reports and run separate reports for these kind of things. And obviously the data being in SAMS itself will mean you can run their reports and print off what the department wants. And we can go gung-ho crazy with stats and whatnot in FrontOFFICE and all manner of internal reporting as well. Not to mention start piggybacking off the email system, which a lot of people are doing for many aspects of FrontOFFICE now, and so it actually becomes a direct communication tool to parents for literally each and every activity that a child is engaged in at the school. So folks, that's a taster. As I say, we can go in here and load a different teacher. And as I say, we've got extra securities to add and all those type of user features. But the back of the thing is broken, so to speak. I can even go and load term 4. As I say, it's all preloaded in SAMS, so it's taking it directly from there. So we could go in here, display mark sheet, and display. See, here's an example where a task doesn't carry an activity. It's like an exam, for instance, so a mark is entered directly into there. But in these cases, here, the task is calculated in terms of what the activities do. So it's very clever that it figured out how to make it so that it knows whether it's got a calculator or whether it's a direct entry. So yeah, folks, you can see it in action. It's coming. As I say, we've got to get the curriculum marks they're going to want for the next phase of the submission. So we're busting all stops here, hitting all grooves in modern vernacular to get it up and running. And even if we get try and get a version out that works in a sort of offline capacity, an offline cache as they call it, the teachers can capture at home. I mean, as it is, they can take this and capture it home. And they get to school and it feeds through to the system when at school. It picks up that they're live. See, like here, for instance, and therefore they're able to click upload and it goes through to the server. But ultimately we want this, as we're saying, we have been testing in a number of aspects of FrontOFFICE already, so we've got the gist of how to do it, and we've set up a Microsoft Azure SQL testing site for those of you who are technically informed. It basically enables us to start adding web-based features, all manner of web-based features to FrontOFFICE, starting with which will be the Markbook, so that one could even capture it home and the marks feed through directly. But as I said, there are options here. We can go offline cache to start with. You can see, obviously, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that everybody's being pushed. I mean, this is essentially, we've had to go right back to the drawing board for the Markbook. This is essentially a project that could take, even with the old man around, the mastermind, my brother and I, and Caroline, it could still take 12 months to 18 months if we really wanted to get the finest dusted details down before releasing it. We've been squeezed into 3 months. Everybody's in the same boat. I know for a fact our competitors in the same boat. Guys, as always, the important thing is that you get the level of support from us which you deserve and which we are notorious for, and we, as I say, are going to bend our backs to do everything we possibly can to get these things in play. They will be in play. Of that there is no doubt. They will be in play. It is a question of time, and it's not impossible that we may even have to buy a little bit more time. I'll be doing more testing, more developing with Carl in the next week or two, and come closer to the time we'll know where we're at. Even if at worst case scenario stuff is captured directly into SAMS, and we have it ready for term 3, some stuff will have to be retrospectively captured. There's still a lot to do. There's still people who want to add their own activities, and not everybody does it exactly the same way as the department. There is facility to do that in SAMS, to add your own activities. So of course that information feeds through to the tables, and it'll pull through exactly like we've shown you now. So that's not a problem, but as I say, a lot of this there's still testing to be done, there's still little details to be done, security elements to do it, easy installation so that you get it. You simply click a button like fetch tables, you set your path to the school data, you say fetch tables, it finds SAMS, it finds front office tables, it brings them all in, and it syncs up nicely. The teachers can capture at home, they come back to school, they click upload if the system is finding the data on the server, which it would do if you set your path correctly, and the information flows through. So it's all in place, the principles are there, we've tested a lot, it has to still be developed. Certain elements still have to be developed. So hang in there, folks, is what I'm saying. But there it is, you can see it in operation.